The break and retest of key supply and demand levels, that right there, that sentence right there, that phrase right there is exactly what I look for on a daily basis in the stock market. You guys saw I made a video a few weeks ago about having some difficulty finding these levels, finding these retests, and this continuation. I can happily say last week and today, the retests are back. They are alive, and we are finding them once again. And today, we saw an awesome one on the QQQ off a key $453 per share level. Now, I had a lot of people ask me why I took this trade, if I could make a video about it, if I could sort of show what I was looking at the time, and that is why I wanted to make this video today. I have this trade recorded live. We traded a break and retest of $453 on the QQQ today. This was also the pre-market high. I have the trade recorded live so you can really see in depth what I was watching in the candles and the price action to confirm my entry on this trade. Now, after we go over this QQQ trade, I also want to share with you a Coinbase trade, which is also a break and retest of a key level, which is a swing trade that I am currently sitting up over 120%. So 2 trades today, 2 100% trades. I want to share those with you today, show you why I took them. I hope you guys learn from this and enjoy it. Press that like button, subscribe to the channel. Let's jump right into it. All right, guys, so let's start off with a 15-minute chart here on the QQQ. This is how my charts looked like this morning. So ignore everything that happened here today, right? Ignore all of this. This is what I came within today. And you guys know that if you come to the pre-market live stream, if you guys are in the Desi TA section in the Discord, you know what my levels look like every single morning. So the key here of using the break and retest off of key supply and demand levels is the levels that you put on your chart, right? Garbage in, garbage out. The levels that you put on your chart have to be key levels, right? Not just 2-minute candle levels, 1-minute levels, right? These are 15-minute, hourly, 4-hour levels, key inflection points on the market. This is what I attempt to find on a daily basis. And typically, my performance as a trader is based off of how valid my levels are. Now, you can come to the pre-market live streams. You can join the Discord where we trade these levels live every day. It's very important to learn how to post these levels on your charts because that garbage in, garbage out, right? We don't want that garbage in. We want quality levels in, and we will get quality results in return. So today, 453 was one of my key potential rejection levels, right? If we look at this chart, we have 453. We had some 453 fades late day on Thursday. We had a rejection in the pre-market at 453 here on the QQQ. And just this morning on the pre-market today, we had a rejection of $453 per share. So I know coming into the day, I need to be careful if the market pushes higher into this 453, there could be another rejection of that level, right? Very possible to see that level reject again. We have seen previous rejections at this level. So what happened today, right? The market pushed higher very aggressively early morning, right? And I'm going to break this down on the 2-minute chart. We saw that morning push. I'll go ahead and show you the open here, right? Let me go ahead and show you the open, make this gray. And you can see, right? Morning, we've opened, 2-minute chart. We basically shot straight to the upside. Now, what most people love to do, right? We love to do this. We love to just chase straight up. We can't do that, okay? Stop it right there. We are not chasing 4 2-minute candles straight to the upside. It's not something you should do. It's not something you should get in the habit of doing. You might be able to scalp a few points off of it, but I can guarantee you long term, if the market starts with 4 candles straight to the upside, 2-minute candles, there will be a pullback, okay? And there will be a better buying opportunity on a pullback to a previous key level, right? Where's the level that we have broken? And what is the level we want to see us retest? And that is the break and retest, right? So what level did we break here? We broke our 453 supply level that we've had on our charts from that 15-minute, from that hourly chart. We broke over our 453 pre-market high. So what do we want to see, right? We want to see that level get tested again and prove to us that it can turn from a red supply zone to a potential new support, right? We want to see if that pre-market high can now turn into a new support, right? And so what did we see? We saw 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2-minute candles go straight up, followed, right, by 2-minute candles on a pullback. And that pullback, we started to see that wick action and that willingness to hold right above our 453 level. This is textbook prime time break and retest of key levels today on the QQQ. And right here is where we took our long entry on QQQ call options. Now, what does this entry provide to you? This entry provides to you a good risk reward, right? Because we know our risk is right under 453. We know in this case, my target was 454, which we obviously got more at the end of the day. But we have a good risk reward here, number one. Number two, we understand what we're doing. We have a plan, okay? The plan here is that we maintain above 453, right? My plan is that we turn 453 previous rejections into a retest long entry. So I know if the market does ultimately fail on me and we get under 453, I know where I'm exiting. I have my plan. I take a structured stop and I lose some money. But at least we have a plan. At least we know where we're exiting. If things do go against us, at least we know where we're going to take that loss. And that in itself is going to protect us greatly in the long term if we are trading in the markets. We need to know our plan. We need to know what levels we're trading off of. And that 453 and that retest was key to sort of build that plan and find that long entry. Now, I have this trade recorded live because I believe the live recording will give you insight into what I saw during this consolidation, right? It's key, and it takes an experienced eye and sort of a keen eye to know what to look for on the retest, right? That's the biggest question is, okay, I have my level. I have my retest. I know what I'm looking for. I'm looking for us to pull back to this level. But what am I looking for to really believe that it's going to hold, right? What do I need to see here to believe that it's actually going to hold? For me, it's that wick candle. It's some continuation, right? And it's that overall belief in the key level. But I do have this live trade so that you can really see exactly what I was watching during the live action and when I went ahead and entered that trade. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run that live trade right now. And after we look at this trade, we're going to talk about the coin swing trade. So that was obviously the bell. It's 4 o'clock. Sorry about that. Was not really expecting it. Forgot my volume was on. But anyways, QQQ live trade. After that, let's look at the Coinbase swing trade that I'm currently holding. Go ahead, enjoy the live trade, and I will see you here after. Okay, I'm going to try some QQQ longs here off 453. That would be a very key hold level here. I took some 453 calls on the Qs right there. So this is why I long the Qs right here, guys. It's a very textbook trade here. I like it. You can see a little break and retest of that pre-market high. Makes a lot of sense. Target is up to that 454 level. So over 453, I say we stay long Qs. Still a nice hold there. I'm going to take a little bit more off the Qs there, guys. Down to a third. Up 25% on those. Took some more off. Alright, pretty much hit our target there on the Qs, guys. That's pretty much it. Down to 3 contracts. The rest of the trade is not even looking at it. Trade's over. Down to 3 contracts. It could do whatever it wants from this point. Alright, the other thing I'm going to pop into the portfolio, guys, is some next week Coinbase 210 calls. Next week. Because of this. That 207 hold right there, that reclaim, I'm long Coinbase next week's 210. Stop under, I'll probably put a stop under 206. It's about a 52% trade on the Qs, guys, and make sure you're wrapping up majority of that. Maybe let some runners ride, but don't let that come back down. Don't give that back. All right, guys, so this is a really interesting one and something that I will be planning to hold for the next few weeks. I love this Coinbase daily chart. You guys can see it right here. There's a few break and retest that's set up here. One, there's a major one on the daily chart here, but also there's some key levels that are going on in the shorter term and why I found my entry today. So let's go ahead and sort of dive into that. Right now, I'm holding a Coinbase next week 210 call. It's sitting up about 120%. I'll go ahead and pop it up on the screen for you guys to see. This was an entry we took straight in the Discord chat. You guys ask if I post my entry sometimes. Here it is. You guys can see. Coinbase, long coin, May 31st, 210 calls. This was one of the swing trades we opened today. And I also opened this as well today. Coinbase right now sitting up nice. A trade straight from the Discord community. Congratulations on this one, guys. In the larger term, on the daily chart, this is really a major break and retest long entry, right? Sort of a larger term look, break and retest on the daily chart here. If we look at the daily chart over the last, this is the last year on Coinbase, what has Coinbase sort of done on these moves higher? Look at how clean this is, right? This is very clean and very repeatable. You can see how this is repeating right now on Coinbase. You have a high, a major high that is broken, extended, and pulls back to that major high, and also the 100 SMA. Now, what are you doing right now? You have had a previous high that you have broken and extended past, and you have pulled back to that previous high and the 100 SMA. So the last time Coinbase did this, there was a move of 148%, right? So my plan is to look for a similar leg higher that we have seen in the past, right? I'm looking for that next leg higher that we have seen come to fruition after each pullback period to the 100 SMA, right? And so that is what Coinbase is potentially starting to do here, and I'm already in this trade with some good profits. So I'm very happy with the entry that the group and I took today. Now, let me show you why I took this entry today. Because, yeah, you may like something on the daily chart, but we need to find our entry point, right? We need to find our short-term entry point. And this right here was the reason for my short-term entry point. Number one, I knew Coinbase was holding the 100 SMA. That was number one. I knew that on the larger term. I knew this 190 demand was major, and I knew we had this 100 SMA sort of pushing us higher. Now, on this short-term analysis, this 15-minute chart, this right here was my reason for entering long. Now, why is that? So, if you look at this chart, we had support, support. That turned into a rejection, rejection. That turned into a support and rejection. That turned into a support and support, right? So we saw multiple reactions at this level. And when I see a stock reclaim that level, I'm looking for the break and retest long, right? And so right here, we can see this was a break and retest short, right? A break and retest short, right? Because we're under that level. We are under the level, and we are moving back into it. Now, what I look for, that's when I look for a short entry. When we are above the level, I'm looking for us to come back down into it and turn it into a support, right? If we're above the level, I want to see it turn it into support. If we are below the level, I want to see it turn into a rejection. You can see here the common theme is how valid is your level, right? Your level needs to be valid, and that's the most important thing here. I pride myself by finding very key levels. That's probably most of the reason for my success is that I am good at finding technical levels. I think some of you may know that. And I hope that I can help you learn this through YouTube and through joining the community, right? That's really the goal. So we can see today, what did we do, right? We opened the day above our key 206 demand. We pulled back into it. And let's go into the 5-minute chart today. Look at how well Coinbase, there was a little bit of drama below it, quickly got bought back up. You can see a little reclaim of that level. And look at that sort of hold in that 207, 206 zone today. And after finding that volume off that level today, that was it, right? From that point, we moved into the 20 SMA. After we broke above the 20, we had a major squeeze on Coinbase to the upside. And I am here in around that 206, 207 area, sitting up about 120% as of now. Now, moving forward for this Coinbase trade, there's a few supply zones that we need to be watching above, right? We got to watch that 228. We got to watch this 240. There's definitely some levels above. Of course, if you want to stay updated with this trade, make sure to stay tuned with some of my socials or the community. But I wanted to show you quickly that the break and retest is not only in that 2-minute short-term analysis, but it can also be done for some swing trades, right? It could be done here on that break and retest of this daily chart. It could also be done maybe on this 15-minute chart, right? Trying to find some shorter-term entries. You can go here to the 15-minute chart, and we can see, if we put back on our analysis, we had a very, very clean hold down here of that 206 level. That's a nice hold and a break and retest long opportunity on a hold above that 206 level. So, key levels, break and retests, all some of the stuff that I love to look for. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I would make sure you're watching this Coinbase trade over the next few weeks. Make sure to keep an eye on Bitcoin as well with it. Obviously, we need that Bitcoin action to continue to stay hot. If it does, I'd be watching this Coinbase. Stay tuned to those pre-market live streams every day here on YouTube, where I will obviously review this Coinbase trade and some of the levels in the near future. I hope you enjoyed today's video. I hope you enjoyed that live trade on the QQQ. I hope you're learning about the strategy and what I look for. If you are, make sure to let me know down below. Press that like button, subscribe to the channel, and I hope to see you in the next video. Peace out.